Hello folks, welcome back to the show here on FlickDirect, where I give you guys the latest that happened in movie news throughout the week, and then I give you guys my personal take on the matter at hand. I'm your host, Austin Putnam, and to kick off this week's show, we have some quotes surrounding James Wan on as to why Aquaman 2 will not be his next film. So James Wan, as we all know, started from the low-budget filmmaking world with Saw, then he moved his way up to bigger and I think much better things like Aquaman, the Fast and Furious franchise, Insidious, The Conjuring, which has now expanded into its own universe. But there was a lot of speculation since that Aquaman made over $1 billion at the box office. There was a lot of speculation that James Wan would be back in the directorship for Aquaman 2, but apparently, Aquaman 2 will not be his next film, or I don't know if it's gonna be his next one he's gonna make, but all I know is that from what I've been hearing, Aquaman 2 will not be the next film that James Wan directs. James Wan had mentioned in an interview recently that when he does the first one, that apparently the studio is lucky to get him back for the second one, and then once he's done the second one, he said that, well, I already feel like I've had enough to say about it. Which is honestly, I understand that, because when you're a filmmaker, you want to keep things fresh in your mind, and you only want to do a sequel if you're passionate about the sequel to that franchise. I mean, he said he wanted to do Insidious Chapter 2 because he loved the story. I imagine he did The Conjuring 2 because he felt the exact same way. I was still wishing that he would direct Conjuring 3, but knowing that he has the trust in the guy, Michael Sheffs, who did La Llorona, you know what, I'm going to give this guy the benefit of a doubt, but still, knowing that he hasn't quite made a trilogy yet and that he probably won't do one, it sucks because I want to see a James Wan trilogy of films. I really do. Next up, we have some news that gets me very excited for this movie. I mean, I was already excited for this movie, but knowing that this casting has been announced makes me more excited. So as we all know, Ghostbusters, a new Ghostbusters film is coming out next year. It's actually being titled Ghostbusters 2020, to which find that pretty clever, to be honest. And that director Jason Reitman, the son of Ivan Reitman, who made the previous two Ghostbusters films, well, the original two Ghostbusters, not the Paul Feig one. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I don't mind the Paul Feig Ghostbusters. I actually thought it was pretty decent. But still, this movie was announced months ago. Jason Reitman said that he finally got the keys to the car, apparently, and that the cast members currently announced are Finn Wolfhard and Carrie Coon, I believe. But it was announced recently that Paul Rudd is joining Ghostbusters 2020. This gets me very excited because Paul Rudd is an incredible actor, whether you're talking about dramatic or comedy side. Paul Rudd has such phenomenal comedic timing, and I have loved him and pretty much everything that I've seen him in. One particular film that I feel like that everyone's forgotten about, Role Models. If you guys haven't seen it, please check it out. It's freaking hysterical. I'm just really excited that knowing that one of my favorite actors working today, especially on the comedic side, is joining such a legendary franchise, and I really hope that they continue to make more just great casting choices. Something really small, but still, it makes me really excited knowing that a great actor like Paul Rudd is joining such a huge franchise like this. I cannot wait to see not only what Jason Reitman does with the new Ghostbusters, but with what Paul Rudd does in this role. And on to our final news story, we have some news surrounding the live-action Disney remakes. As we all know, earlier this year we had Aladdin, Lion King is coming out very soon, but now the latest live-action Disney film will be The Little Mermaid, into which I don't know who is being cast as Little Mermaid. I think it's either Chloe Grace Moretz or Emma Watson. It's either one of those two the last time I checked. But we have an official update in terms of casting news, and that's that Melissa McCarthy is in early talks to be Ursula. Now, I know that one name makes people go like, wait, what? But honest to God, I think it's great casting if it does go through. I mean, I haven't really seen Melissa McCarthy playing as a villain before, because she's always been playing as a hero of some sorts. But you know what? I think this one will work. I genuinely think this one will work. Now, I know that a lot of people are saying that she has too much of a high-pitched voice, but really, if you put her in that costume and you just cut her hair up a little bit, I think she'll look damn perfect as Ursula. And you know what? She can act. I think that Melissa McCarthy, despite all the crap I feel like that she's been in, she is an incredible actress. I really do believe so, and I do hope that this deal goes through, because I would really love to see Melissa McCarthy take on a role like Ursula. I mean, the role is going to require singing, but I believe that Melissa McCarthy can pull it off. I really am a believer of hers. I really am. I've loved her ever since I saw her in Bridesmaids, and I'm one of the few that actually liked Happy Time Murders. In terms of everything else, like release date, when they're going to start shooting, that I have no idea, because they're still in those early talks with Melissa McCarthy. But genuinely, I hope that they do cast Ursula, because I think she'd do a killer job. Alrighty guys, and that's going to do it for this week's show. Guys, please comment and let me know below, how do you all feel about James Wan's comments as to why he hasn't really done a trilogy of movies, or why he may not be doing Aquaman 2. Also, please comment down, let me know below, how do you all feel about Paul Rudd joining Ghostbusters 2020? And finally, how do you all feel about Melissa McCarthy may be playing Ursula in the live-action Little Mermaid remake? Let me know below. I hope you all enjoyed this week's show. If so, please hit that like button, share, subscribe. Also, don't forget to hit that notification bell for whenever a new video from us goes live. I hope, of course, you enjoyed this week's show. Until next week, we'll see you guys next week. Have a great week, guys.